Hi, welcome to VEDO Day 19. Today is actually my third boy, his 6-month birthday. So that's exciting, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I just had him. I don't know how he can be 6 months. I mean, this happens with every baby, though. I feel like I just had the baby, and then all of a sudden they're a year old, and I mean, it just flies. But also, like, I feel like I should recover faster from each baby, but I don't. I seem like I recover slower. But maybe that's, has to do with having them back to back. But the good thing about 6 months is, for me at least, is that I start feeling more normal, and I finally start losing some weight, and I finally just can sleep better, and I just feel like a normal person again. Usually around this time. Hasn't really started happening yet, maybe a little bit, but I have hopes of that happening soon. So I'm excited, and I think it's related a little bit to the boys starting food at this time. I think, maybe hormones or something. I don't really know, but I'm not one of those people that are like super duper skinny right after they have the baby, and then when they're nursing, they're like even skinnier than their normal weight, which is like crazy to me, and I'm jealous of them, but I'm not like that at all. My body definitely like hangs on to some until I'm done nursing. Actually, the only time I wasn't nursing or pregnant in the past 4 years was after I was done nursing for a year, after Joel was 1 year old, and for 2 weeks I wasn't nursing or pregnant, and I started losing weight like crazy, and I wasn't even doing anything, and it just came off of me. And then I got pregnant with Judah, so that's kind of what I do. But I love them when they're babies, and it's definitely worth it. They're very, very sweet. Luther is very, very smiley. He's more smiley than Joel or Judah, but he doesn't laugh as much as they did, or as easily, but he smiles more. He smiles all the time. He's not sitting up yet, but he's close. He rolls around like crazy. He's pretty mobile. He probably moves more than Joel did, but less than Judah did. Judah was crazy. But he's a joy, and we love him. So I wanted to today talk a little bit about how we feel about the election. We are one-issue voters. We don't care about anything other than this one issue. And, we do care, but we are passionate about protecting the lives of the innocent babies that are dying every day. We're just so sad about it. And, I'm laughing, but it's just because I'm just bothered. I think I read 3,700 babies are aborted every day in America. It's just so sad, and it makes me a little bit mad too. This precious, precious baby that when the baby comes out, you're just holding the baby, and you're just so thankful, and you think to yourself that you would do anything. You would harm someone if they tried to harm your baby. You're just so protective. But when the baby's inside of you, you're allowed to just kill it. I don't understand that. It makes me mad. So we really only vote along the lines of that one issue. We want it to get resolved, and when it does, maybe we'll start looking at other issues. But that's a lot of people, a lot of babies that they never get a vote, they never get a say. And so that's how we feel about the election, and that's our most important issue. Along the lines of the election, I wanted to share a funny story. So Joel and I, we always vote absentee, and we started doing that a few years ago when Joel was always gone on election day. He physically could not vote because he was just in a different state. And so I started filling out his absentee application, and I was like, well, I might as well throw mine in there with his, and so I started doing that, and I really am happy that I'm absentee ballot voting, because I don't know how I would take all 3 kids and wait in line for who knows how long. Even if I didn't have to wait in line, it'd be hard to actually vote. You have to watch them constantly. Judah, they're crazy. So I'm so glad that we do it that way. But usually in the years past, I fill out the application and then have Joel sign his part, and then I do mine, and then I always send them in separately, like in separate envelopes, because I think to myself, it's the government, like they'll probably mess it up. So I always send them in separate. And this year I was like, that's silly. You know, they can handle 2 applications in one envelope. Like, come on. So I sent them in one envelope, and sure enough, 2 days later we got Joel's ballot back, but not mine. I didn't get a ballot. So I was like, it just confirmed everything. I was like, of course they messed it up. Come on. So I got online and checked and typed in my name and all that, and they said, oh, we sent your ballot to you on September 19th, and they didn't. So I was thinking to myself, what a pain. I'm gonna have to like reapply, or I'm gonna have to call and be put on hold, and then like who knows like how annoying this process will be. But then I thought, well, I probably owe it to all the babies that are being killed every day. I probably owe it to them to at least make a phone call. So I made a phone call, and sure enough, it was like really, really easy. And they were like, oh, we'll just send you another, like, but they didn't send the first one. But anyway, I was like, oh, great. So I got a ballot. Well, actually, I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm hoping I'll get a ballot in the mail, and so I get to vote. Yay! So that's our fun story. Oh, I just realized that my bags are like my purse. That's my purse wall in the background. Yeah, I probably should get rid of some of those. I'm kind of a bagaholic. But anyway, that is my election funny story, and happy birthday to Luther, and thanks for watching.